Alright, this video is a fact check. What you're about to hear isn't a woman talking about her life. It's a delusional Barbie perspective about men. A worldview that takes male boundaries, preferences, and trade-offs and reframes them as control, insecurity, or exploitation. I'm reacting to the claims line by line and testing whether they actually match reality. Because if these claims were true, men would be villains by default, and I don't think the facts support that.
Men think that the lives of women are to be lived as though it is an audition to be chosen by them, because they believe that it is their right, their entitlement to have access to women. And therefore, anything that threatens the access that they feel they will have to women, they will have a problem with.
Really, in dating, men just looking for certain things, same as everybody else. But the way she framing it, men not even supposed to do that. Soon as men got standards, now it's entitlement. Soon as he choose, now it's control. And that's some BS.
I want you to watch this video.
I believe women when they would say that men are intimidated by their education or how sophisticated they are, the things that they like to do, their hobbies. And I was like, nah, there's no way. And I think it's because of the position that I'm in. Then I realized men are actually insecure about women having passport stamps, reading books, exercising, being active. And for me, it's just, I do all those things, so it's so far removed from me. But I realized, like, men are jealous of the fact that I do that, even though they have the opportunity to do the same exact things. And man, ladies, I feel bad for y'all, because it's like majority of the guys in the world, they don't read, they don't exercise, they don't develop themselves, they're not self-improving, they're not listening to podcasts and trying to become a better person. So yeah, the dating market really might be scarce for sophisticated women. Wow.
I love when men come to the realization that women have always been talking about amongst themselves.
Men not intimidated by educated women, hobbies, or passports. That's just not backed up. They actually did studies on dating apps. Men don't swipe less on educated women. That's data. What's really happening is people usually date folks on a similar level. Same education, same lifestyle. That's compatibility, not fear. And if anything, the data shows women care more about education and partners than men do. So when he says men are jealous or insecure, that's not research. That's just him projecting his experience and pandering for claps.
They think that women are supposed to be sitting untouched, waiting, for them to come up a certain age when men can kind of just line them up and just pick from them. And as they're picking from you, they need to ensure that you were following certain rules that they had for you before they met you. And it is a reminder that you lived your life. The reason why they are offended or upset about women who go on trips and go on vacation is because men think, like I said, that your life is supposed to be an audition to be selected by them. They think that you are supposed to be following their rules before you even know that they existed. This is the reason why they care about body count also. This is another reason why they care about body count. It's from a controlling point of view. I want to know, I asked you your body count because I want to know, did you follow my rules? Were you following the rules that I had set for you before you even knew who I was and before I even knew who you were? So the reason why they get upset about women going on trips is for the exact same reason, right? They want to decide what you consume your life doing, enjoying, being. So when they see that you have when they see that you have, countries that you visited in your highlights, they're offended by that because she's been living her life. How dare you be living your life and, doing probably, they assume that, it's probably likely that you were here with, another, a romantic partner.
Men don't think women's supposed to be waiting around untouched. That's a straw man. What men actually do is this. When we thinking about marriage, we care about a woman's past. Most men don't want a woman with a high body count as a wife. That's not new and it's not insecurity. That preference shows up in every survey on marriage. And the reason is outcomes. High sexual partner counts are linked to high divorce rates and less stable marriages. Men see that and adjust. So when a man asks questions, he's not enforcing rules he made up before he met you. He's deciding if you qualify for a wife, not just dating. That's not control, that's selection.
They're upset about it also too because I have already said this in one of my videos that men view women from a lens of sacrifice and exploitation. So when men are looking at women, they're always thinking, how can I consume her? How am I going to be able to consume this woman? It's for the same reason why certain men do not like children. Like, let's talk about the duality of why men don't like women with children, why women don't like men with young children. Because women know that it is going to be their duty, or their job rather, to do all of the child rearing, most of the child rearing, right? So if he has any form of custody of those children, the woman is likely going to be expected to do more nurturing tasks, like tasks that involve labor. Women may not want a man with young children because of that reason. When men say, we're addressing the duality. When men say that they do not want a woman with children, they're assessing consumption, the amount of consumption they're going to be able to get away with. So when men say, I don't want a woman with kids, it's because he sees those children as a threat to the amount of consumption, the ways in which he's going to be able to consume this woman, the amount of exploitation he's going to be able to get away with. So those children are seen as like a threat. It's from a place of jealousy almost. It's like, I can't consume her as much because she already has other entities who are also going to need to consume her. So that's the lens that they're looking at it from.
See, this whole section is built on one idea, that men look at women like resources to be consumed. That's just not how real life works. Most men aren't trying to consume a woman's time, labor, or energy. Men are trying to build a life that's peaceful, stable, and functional. Kids matter because they change responsibilities. Hobbies matter because they change priorities. Time matters because marriage is a shared investment. None of this is exploitation, that's logistics. If a man looks at a situation and says, this comes with more stress than I want, that doesn't mean he feels entitled to your time and mean he's deciding what kind of life he wants. When they call every male boundary consumption, that's just shaming men for having limits.
The world revolves around the exalting of mediocre men. Okay? In other words, men's survival, most men, their survival is literally dependent on other men being terrible. Okay? They need other men to be bad so that they can be bad. And women know that there are men who do the things that they like, then they will want those men. Men's survival is dependent on mediocrity. This is for the same reason why you find that men are mad at Russell Wilson and Klay Thompson. Because women are going to want those men. If women know that there are men like that out there, women are going to want those men. See, I say all the time that men are not really providers or protectors. Those are the roles that are attached to them. I don't really think I went in depth and spoke about how men are not protectors. I'll get into that in another video, but just briefly, men are not really protectors. They are protectors of their access to women. Their ultimate goal is to protect the access that other men have to women. So we can't have you out here just looking like you make sense. Our survival, it rides on the fact that most men do not make sense. So when you are a man who is doing things that a woman might find to be appealing, they resent you for it. Because how dare you? How dare you show these women that there are options out here that are better than us? They need other men to be terrible so that they can be terrible, right? That's how they preserve the access that they have to women.
Now, this last part is where it really go left. The idea that men only survive because other men are terrible, that's just not true. If that was the case, men wouldn't respect competence. But real life shows the opposite. Men respect discipline, consistency, getting shit done. That's why the same type of men keep rising everywhere. Men don't hate good men. Men watch good men and measure themselves against them. And this thing about Russell Wilson and Klay Thompson, that's framed wrong. With Russell Wilson, men ain't mad at the money or the success that he got. They question the choices. He took on another man's child, played the public nice guy role, and still accepted behavior most men wouldn't accept in their own house. That's not jealousy. That's men saying, I wouldn't move that way. And Klay, that don't even belong in the convo. He in a whole nother lane. So again, what they call a resentment is really just men judging decisions, which men have always done. Then she says men ain't protectors, just protectors of assets. That sound good online, but it don't match reality. Men still do the dangerous jobs. Men still step in when shit go left. Men still carry most of the risk physically, financially, and legally. What really happens is simple. Male standards, male competition, male risks, all of that get rewritten as insecurity and evil. That's not analysis, that's a story. And once you see that, the whole video makes sense. Anytime a man chooses, it's control. Anytime a man screams, it's entitlement. Anytime a man set a boundary, it's insecurity. But real life don't work like that. Men ain't villains by default. They just done playing roles that don't work for them.